Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Roman Reigns has resumed his run as a singles star, trying to dominate the entire WWE roster once again in main event WrestleMania 41. The former undisputed WWE champion unleashed an assault on Seth Rollins and CM Punk last week on Raw and is set to make an appearance on this week's Blue Brand episode. During his appearance, Reigns could help Braun Strowman for the first time in more than 78 months to defeat Jacob Fatu in their grudge match on SmackDown this week. Reigns and Strowman have a lot of history together and haven't been seen on the same page since the latter's betrayal of the Big Dog back in August 2018 to align with Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler against The Shield. Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu have been trying to take each other down for the past couple of months, and last week's episode of the Blue Brand featured Fatu unleashing an assault on the monster of all monsters. WWE has confirmed a match between the two men for the Blue Brand, and the anticipation for the battle is at an all-time high. Roman Reigns already has issues with Jacob Fatu and the Bloodline, and he could cost Fatu the match on the Blue Brand. This could lead to a massive storyline between Fatu and Reigns at the grandest stage of them all, instead of the triple threat match with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins are set to come face-to-face this week. After the massive attack on Rollins and Punk, Roman Reigns is set to return to Friday Night SmackDown after a long time. Reigns is set to come face-to-face with Seth Rollins and CM Punk on the Blue Brand, with speculations of a triple threat match between the stars being made official in the next few days. While this is a WrestleMania main event caliber match, it is still uncertain as to how WWE will handle the action with all three stars hating each other to the core. Fans will have to wait and see what WWE has in store for Roman Reigns and his potential WrestleMania opponents on SmackDown this week. For nearly 4 years, Roman Reigns has ruled WWE SmackDown with an iron fist. As the tribal chief, he has assembled an unstoppable force in the Bloodline, cementing himself as one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. However, with cracks forming in his faction and his grip on the Blue Brand seemingly slipping, rumors are swirling about a shocking reunion, one that could shake the very foundation of WWE. Could Roman Reigns be on the verge of reuniting with a former WWE Universal Champion after 78 months apart? Let's dive into the speculation, the history, and the massive implications this could have on the future of SmackDown. The potential reunion, Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens? One of the biggest names tied to this rumor is none other than Kevin Owens. The prizefighter last held the Universal Championship in 2017, making it exactly 78 months since he was at the top of the mountain with that title. While Owens and Reigns have had their fair share of battles over the years, recent developments suggest they might actually join forces for the first time in their careers. Why would Roman Reigns align with Kevin Owens? The Bloodline's collapse. The once dominant Bloodline is crumbling. The Usos have split, Solo Sikoa is gaining more power, and there are murmurs of new members potentially being added without Roman's approval. If Reigns is feeling outnumbered or betrayed, he may seek outside help. KO's history with the Bloodline. Kevin Owens has been a thorn in Roman's side, especially during their feud in 2020 and 2021. However, Owens' ability to take down anyone in his path makes him a valuable ally. If Roman wants to strengthen his position, aligning with a brutal competitor like KO makes sense. A common enemy? SmackDown has seen a major shake-up with the return of CM Punk, the continued rise of Cody Rhodes, and a potential war brewing with the Judgment Day. If the Bloodline and Judgment Day go to war, Reigns may need Owens' assistance to balance the odds. Would Kevin Owens even consider teaming up with Roman? Despite the logical benefits, Kevin Owens is known for being fiercely independent. He doesn't trust easily, and he certainly hasn't forgotten what Roman and the Bloodline put him through in the past. However, there are a few key reasons why Owens might be tempted to align with Reigns. A shared enemy in Solo Sikoa, Owens recently feuded with the Bloodline, particularly Solo, who has been growing into a dangerous threat. If Solo continues to undermine Reigns, Owens may see an opportunity to strike back at the Enforcer. Championship aspirations. Owens has been chasing another world title reign for years. If he sees an opening to get closer to the undisputed WWE Universal Championship by working alongside Reigns, he might take it, even if it means a short-term alliance. A bigger purpose. Owens has never been afraid to do what's best for business. If aligning with Reigns means SmackDown is better for it, he may put personal grievances aside. What this would mean for WWE SmackDown. A Roman Reigns-Kevin Owens reunion would send shockwaves through WWE. Here's what could happen if these two powerhouses decided to work together. 1. A new bloodline? If Reigns believes his current allies are failing him, he might rebuild the bloodline with stronger forces. Imagine a faction where Reigns leads Owens, a returning Jacob Fatu, and perhaps even a wild card like Braun Breaker. This could lead to a fresh, dominant stable on SmackDown. 2. A shift in power on SmackDown. With CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and the Judgment Day making moves, SmackDown is more competitive than ever. If Reigns and Owens join forces, it could lead to a massive war between factions, creating explosive storylines leading into WrestleMania season. 3. The ultimate betrayal? Would Owens really be loyal to Reigns? The most intriguing part of this alliance would be the inevitable backstabbing, whether it's Owens turning on Roman or vice versa. WWE thrives on shocking betrayals, and this storyline could deliver one of the biggest in years. Final verdict, will it happen? While nothing is confirmed, the idea of Reigns and Owens reuniting after 78 months is certainly compelling. WWE has been known to create unpredictable alliances when the timing is right. If the Bloodline's downfall continues and SmackDown enters a faction war, this pairing might just make perfect sense. Would you want to see Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens on the same side? Or do you think Owens would never betray his principles to work with the tribal chief? Let us know your thoughts. WWE reportedly unhappy with Roman Reigns' family member, may not have a future in the company. Roman Reigns is in the middle of a heated feud with Seth Rollins and CM Punk on the road to WWE WrestleMania 41. However, one of his family members may not ever get to compete at the show of shows if a recent report is anything to go by. Reigns' cousin and the son of Samu, Lance Anoa'i, reportedly signed with the global juggernaut in the summer of 2024. While Anoa'i recently confirmed his WWE arrival, he hasn't officially appeared on any brand, as of this writing. Interestingly, Lance Anoa'i has made a few appearances in WWE before he signed with the promotion. His last one was in 2019, where Roman Reigns saved him from a beatdown at the hands of Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. During the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer reported that Lance Anoa'i received criticism from people backstage in WWE, and there is a possibility that he may not make it in the global juggernaut. But that is seemingly not the case for another wrestler who is also yet to debut, Hikuleo. Meltzer stated that he hasn't heard anything negative about the 34-year-old star. Lance Anoa'i is there. There has been criticism of Lance Anoa'i that he may not make it. I have heard nothing negative about Hikuleo. You would think that him being there for all this time and not being used is like they must be disappointed, but I have not heard that at all. H/T, Cultaholic. Wrestling analyst predicts a blockbuster match for WWE superstar Roman Reigns. WrestleMania 41 is still over a month away, but that hasn't stopped an analyst from fantasy booking Roman Reigns' path to the show of shows next year. While speaking on the Not Some Wrestling podcast, Sam Roberts said that the OTC could turn heel once again before WrestleMania 42, leading to a dream match against a babyface Jacob Fatu at the grandest stage of them all, or SummerSlam. What happens if, by the time we get to WrestleMania 42, in 2026, Roman Reigns is back to being a heel? Because he is showing heelish tendencies, already, Sam Roberts said, referring to his ongoing program with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. What if he is back to being a villain? And what if we can build to Jacob Fatu as a babyface versus Roman Reigns as a heel for a WrestleMania or SummerSlam? That's just where I see it going, he added. From 1:08 and 6 seconds to 1:08 and 32 seconds. It remains to be seen what the future holds for Roman Reigns in the Stamford-based promotion. Could either Lance Anoa'i or Hikuleo get involved in his storylines? Only time will tell. The Bloodline saga in WWE has been one of the most dominant and compelling storylines in recent memory, but recent reports suggest that the company may not be entirely satisfied with one of Roman Reigns' family members. As the Samoan dynasty continues to evolve, one name that was expected to make waves within WWE might be facing an uncertain future. Jacob Fatu's rocky WWE start. According to backstage sources, WWE officials are reportedly unhappy with how things have played out for Jacob Fatu, a feared Samoan warrior and a real-life member of the Anoa'i family. The former MLW World Heavyweight Champion was brought in with high expectations, making his SmackDown debut in July as part of the Bloodline's newest chapter. His arrival sent shockwaves through the WWE universe, and many believed he would be a major player in the ongoing power struggle within Roman Reigns' faction. However, despite the initial hype, There are whispers that WWE management is second-guessing their decision to bring in the powerhouse. While Jacob Fatu's in-ring ability has never been questioned, his backstage reputation and adaptation to WWE's structured environment have raised concerns. Some sources claim that his past controversies, coupled with a different approach to the business, have made it difficult for the company to fully invest in him. Backstage heat and uncertainty. Reports suggest that Fatu's aggressive wrestling style and unpredictable nature have caused friction behind the scenes. WWE, known for prioritizing safety and consistency, reportedly feels that Fatu's approach is too reckless. There have been murmurs that some officials view him as a loose cannon, which is not ideal for a company that relies on controlled storytelling and long-term planning. Additionally, Fatu's background outside WWE has been a topic of discussion. Before signing with the company, he had a well-documented past involving legal issues, which initially made WWE hesitant about bringing him in. While those matters are behind him, there is a belief that WWE has kept a close eye on his behavior to ensure he remains on the right path. Some insiders have suggested that any misstep, no matter how minor, could give WWE a reason to cut ties with him. A major factor in the company's disappointment reportedly stems from Jacob Fatu's backstage attitude. While he has the respect of many veterans due to his family lineage, some officials believe he hasn't fully embraced the WWE system. Unlike Roman Reigns and the Usos, who have adapted to the corporate side of the business, Fatu is said to be more resistant to certain WWE norms. Roman Reigns' role in the situation. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief and undisputed leader of the bloodline, is said to have played a role in advocating for Jacob Fatu's signing. Reigns understands the importance of keeping the family legacy strong in WWE, and he believed Fatu could be an asset to the faction. However, despite Reigns' influence, WWE operates as a business, and if the company sees Fatu as a liability rather than an asset, not even the head of the table can guarantee his spot. There are conflicting reports on whether Reigns is actively involved in trying to keep Fatu in the company. Some suggest that Reigns is frustrated with WWE's stance and is pushing for his cousin to be given more time to adjust. Others believe Reigns has distanced himself from the situation, focusing on his own career and trusting WWE to make the best decision for business. The Bloodline's future without Jacob Fatu? If WWE decides to part ways with Jacob Fatu, it could have an impact on the Bloodline's future storyline. Originally, many speculated that Fatu would be a major enforcer for Solo Sikoa, helping the Bloodline maintain dominance in Roman Reigns' absence. His presence added a new layer of brutality to the faction, which had been missing since the Usos split from Roman. However, with WWE's reported dissatisfaction, it's unclear whether they will continue to feature Fatu in any significant capacity. If he is released, the company might have to pivot and adjust its plans for the Bloodline's evolution. This could mean a greater focus on Solo Sikoa or even bringing in another family member who fits WWE's mold better. Could this be a temporary setback? While the rumors of WWE being unhappy with Jacob Fatu are concerning, it doesn't necessarily mean his WWE career is over. There have been cases in the past where wrestlers faced early setbacks but managed to turn things around. If Fatu can prove his commitment to the company's expectations, he might still have a chance to solidify his place in WWE. One possible way for him to regain favor is by refining his in-ring style to better match WWE's expectations. If he can balance his intensity with a safer approach, it could alleviate some of the company's concerns. Additionally, improving his backstage relationships and showing that he is fully invested in WWE's long-term vision might help repair any damage done. Fan reactions and speculation. The WWE universe has been buzzing about the rumors surrounding Jacob Fatu. Many fans believe that WWE should allow him to thrive instead of forcing him to conform. His physicality and aura make him a natural fit for the top-tier level, and some argue that WWE is being too strict in its evaluation. On the other hand, some fans believe that if there are legitimate concerns about his fit in WWE, it might be best for both parties to move on. The wrestling business has evolved, and while Jacob Fatu might be a dominant force elsewhere, WWE has a specific structure that doesn't always align with every talent's strengths. What's next for Jacob Fatu? As of now, WWE has not made any official statement regarding Jacob Fatu's future, but if the rumors are true, he could be at risk of being sidelined or released. If WWE ultimately decides to part ways with him, it wouldn't be surprising to see him return to the independent scene or explore opportunities in Impact, or NJPW. However, if he does stay, He will likely have to work hard to win over WWE management and prove that he is a valuable long-term investment. Given his family's history and Roman Reigns' pull within the company, there might still be hope that he can turn things around. For now, all eyes remain on Jacob Fata's status in WWE, as fans await the next move in his career in the Bloodline's ever-evolving story. Will he rise above the criticism and cement his place in WWE history, or will he become another case of unfulfilled potential? Only time will tell.